BMRforum.com and BMRodds.com. What is going on, boys? What is going on? We are back with episode number 37 of The Lobby, and right next to me, the one, the only Donnie Rightside. Donnie, what's up?
Feeling good. Major League Baseball plays in full effect. By the way, 3 games tonight on the card starting at 5 o'clock with my Philadelphia Phillies, but the NFL keeps rolling on. Me and Sammy trying to chug along in the Eliminator contest here. And also, the certainly, if you guys aren't getting in that $10,000 up for grabs, free to get in pool here at Bookmakers Review, you're doing something wrong. And by the way, did you catch where your boy DRS is in that pool right now? Moving on up.
Moving on up like George and Wheezy. Let's go. Let's go. And then down below me, the man who I don't know what kind of hat that is. Looks like some type of animal.
Well, I don't know. Dog.
A dog. I don't understand why he's trying to cover up his beautiful head of hair. Mr. Sam's in charge.
Hey, what's going on, Bobby? Happy opening night of NHL, rocking the Rangers. Big fan of the Rangers. They start off tomorrow on the road against Buffalo. I always hope to go out to at least 1 or 2 games throughout the season. So it's a nice quick train ride down to Penn Station, hang out all day in the city, and then go to the game at night. So haven't started looking at tickets, but definitely we'll go down there at least once this year.
Yes, Vegas Golden Knights got a big win yesterday on their banner-raising night. Ended up winning easily.
How about that banner raise? They did it in a slot machine form. Pretty awesome. That was cool.
Hey, it is Vegas, right?
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
I think Vegas, though, speaking of tickets, as far as NHL, Sammy, I think Vegas has probably got one of the highest ticket prices in the NHL, but I'm sure the Rangers are probably up there as well.
Yeah, Rangers, just because it's Madison Square Garden, and apparently their beer consumption apparently is pretty low down there.
Yes.
Vegas has been in the league for 5 years. They've made it to 2 finals. They've lost 1. They won a title. They've made it to the conference finals another time. So every year they're strong. They're in the playoffs. So obviously from a fan base, you got a good fan support there and a great city to go out to vacation while you're there, go see a Vegas game. So it's not surprising that their ticket prices are above average.
Yeah. You know what? And it's been the same way so far with the Raiders. I was talking to some people I picked up from the game the other night, and they were like, it was 50% Packers fans, 50% Raider fans.
Yeah.
It's just that's how it's been. And I predicted that from the start when I knew they were going to have a stadium out here. I said, it's going to be a large majority of road fans as well. I mean, what group of guys from Philadelphia, New York, wherever would not want to come out for the weekend and then watch their team play on Sunday? And it's a great thing for the Vegas market.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, I got some friends. Yep.
No, I was going to say, the great for the Vegas market too. Like if you're a Raiders season ticket holder, typically when your team is bad, like, man, I can't even bail out of these tickets. You can always bail out of those tickets because every single time the schedule comes out, every team is going like, ooh, we're in Vegas. That's our road trip this year. It's great investment out there for sure.
Yes, it is for sure. But let's jump right in because we only got a couple games here, Donnie. Let's jump right out to the Diamond. I know you mentioned the Phillies. What do you got for us on the Diamond today?
Yeah, I think the Phillies win tonight here. The pitching advantage here, Nola over Elder, but just this series, it looks like it's going to be epic all the way along. The Phillies shut out the Braves game number 1. Look like they're on the way to shutting out the Braves again. They get a little bit of hope there, and there you go. 5-4 victory over the Braves. Best of 3 now with 2 games in Philadelphia. I do think the Phillies win tonight. If we take a look at Minnesota and Houston, that's a true toss-up game for me. Ryan hasn't pitched all that well over the past 30 days. Urquidy's not a great pitcher. We might just see a total to the over in that one. Then game number 3, Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's amazing that we're talking about the Dodgers being eliminated in game 3 as opposed to the Arizona Diamondbacks being eliminated in game number 3. But here we are. I do think the Dodgers hold on and win tonight. So I'll go Phillies. If it's a coin flip, I'm rooting for Houston, actually. So I'll go Houston and then the Los Angeles Dodgers. But unlike normal Major League Baseball in the playoffs here, where you see 7.5s and 8s, how about this? 9s, 8.5s, and 9.5s at totals tonight. So if you like RBIs, get in tonight. Could have some fun.
Definitely. Sammy, what do you got on the Diamond?
Yeah, how about the AL East going 0-7?
Yes, that's very surprising.
All year round, they were supposed to be one of the best divisions, 4 teams potentially in the playoffs, and they go 0-7. But the Braves-Philly series has been awesome. Every game, every inning. I mean, even the way those games ended last time with that double play, where it was almost a walk-off home run back to them. And then my local guy, Jeff Hoffman, giving up that home run. So I was kind of rooting for him, and then that happened. But yeah, like Donnie says, the totals typically are 7 to 8 in the playoffs. They're up to 9. So I'm actually looking at some unders tonight with the Braves and Phillies, thinking that game should stay under 9. And then I'm with the Dodgers. It's hard to ride one of the best teams in the league at such a small price. JDS posted the thread as well. They're minus 122. How often can you get the Dodgers at such a low price? So you got to take advantage when there's a little bit of value on them at a low price there tonight.
Right. Well, if you guys have an opportunity to tonight, there is a contest for some bowler coins, guys, with the Diamondbacks and Dodgers game. It's going to be 9:07 first pitch Eastern time. So jump on in this, get yourself some bowler coins. Just go ahead and answer these questions, these 5 questions below, plus your bonus question, and you have a chance to win some bowler coins there. But let's jump right in, guys. Sammy, let's start with you. How was your week number 5 in NFL?
Ooh, week 5 was a bloodbath. Coming off probably my best week of the season. Week 4 was best week of my season so far. Week 5 was really, really bad. I went 2-5 in the contest. Every coin flip match where I was maybe taking the underdog, the favorite won. Gambling wise, I lost. So yeah, week 5 was definitely one to forget about. It's pretty interesting, though, when you look at the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, I'm a fan of the Cowboys. All 5 of their matchups haven't been anywhere near competitive. Their 3 wins have been combined average of 31 points, and their 2 losses have been average of 22 points. Their closest game was that week 3 loss to Arizona when they lost by 12 points. So not one of their games, win or lose, has been competitive. And they got a big Monday night game on the road in LA against the Chargers, only a 2-point spread. So interesting to see which side will win, and will it be a competitive game or will it be a blowout? Because none of the Cowboys games have been close.
All right, Donnie, how was your last week in football?
It was pretty good. I had a good prop week overall. That's a lot of fun here. I mean, as the evolution of handicapping changes here, sides and totals now much, much harder they seem to hit here, which is why the pool is so much fun to get into. But you can find some of those intricacies here, betting on the running backs, the quarterbacks, and the wide receivers where you feel you have an advantage. And that's where I've been taking advantage of. Last week, my favorite team total over, and I thought I was a dummy at the half, was the Jets team total over 19.5, with watching Zach Wilson late in the half not understand that you actually have to throw a pass or take a knee before the clock runs out. That was always interesting to me. But having said that, the Jets did prevail last week. Big week this weekend, not game-wise. There's not a lot of great looks on the card this weekend, but certainly some spots we can find to have some fun with, no doubt about it.
Yes, definitely. And speaking of having some fun, guys, let's shout out our top 5 in week number 5 in the NFL Pick'em contest. Again, if you not have had an opportunity to jump on in there, guys, make sure you go ahead and do so. Still time to get in. But number 1, Champ 2399 7-0. Nice job. Tank 28 6-1. Unwaiting Gold in at 3rd. Pie Mike in at number 4. And Sharp Square in at number 5. Congratulations to you 5. Sam, how was your Pick'em contest for last week?
Yeah, 2-5. I am solid 57th place, just chilling right in the middle.
Hey, there's still a lot of time. Our other co-host on this show is a top 5 participant. Yes,
coming in at 4th place right now. So well done there. And then you got Big J at 107 points, and then a couple guys at 2nd place, 105, KBH or Hirsch, and then RWD DiBiaco, and then Donnie in at 101 points in 4th place.
Awesome. And Donnie, I hear you're still alive here in the Eliminator. How's that looking?
Yeah, me and Sammy hanging in, catching in with the updates each weekend here. I got a dilemma this week, and here's what. And I actually went to the message board this morning and posted it here. I think I have Kansas City still left in here, and I say to myself, is that an easy win over Denver on Thursday night? It really should be. It's a double-digit spread.
You would think.
And I've been playing it honestly here, Bobby, just to say, you know what? Paint by numbers. Don't outsmart yourself. Don't worry about saving teams. And this is the first week I've actually looked at going, should I save the Chiefs here down the road? Because there's a good look with the Rams at home against the Arizona Cardinals, who were favored by 7. I feel like it's one of those spots where it's like, you know what? I don't know how many times the Rams are going to be favored by a touchdown over a team like the Cardinals. So I'm like, you know what? Should I use them and save the Chiefs? The one thing you don't want to have happen to you, right? The Chiefs blow out Denver on Thursday night. Then you're sitting there waiting, going like, don't let me down, Rams. And to find like, oh, Stafford gets injured and they had a bad football game and lost. I wouldn't forgive myself. But I got to be honest, I am leaning towards taking the Los Angeles Rams as opposed to the Chiefs right now.
Sammy, I see that smile on your face. Where are you going with Eliminator this week?
Yeah, I mean, I have the exact same mindset as Donnie. So I have two
Right.
entries. One of them has
Yeah.
already been eliminated, but I looked at my one entry that's already eliminated, and I picked all the teams in advance, and I had the Rams penciled in for week 6.
Ah,
Now, on my other entry, I'm still going. I have penciled in right now the Bills because obviously the Bills are a 14-point
yeah.
favorite at home to the Giants. Easy win. Daniel Jones isn't playing. Saquon isn't playing. Worst offensive line against the top defensive sack team in the Buffalo Bills. But like Donnie, I don't have the Rams selected for week 7 through week 18. So
Yeah.
I've been flirting in my thread
Yep.
talking about it. I just texted my dad 30 minutes ago and I said, should I try to not be cute and just go with
Right.
the Bills and take the easy win? Or I can pick the Bills at a later time. When am I
Correct.
ever going to go to the Rams? So I am in the same dilemma as Donnie of, do I take it safe or do I take that risk and go with the Rams at home? Right now, as of Wednesday at 4:15, I still have the Bills, but man, I am flipping a coin going back and forth.
Yeah.
Speaking of coin flips, Sammy, how's the college contest looking?
Yeah, college contest, not bad. I'm slowly gaining ground, but not moving up crazy in the rankings. I'm sitting there at 31st place, 67 points. The
Okay.
overall leader is 112 points with Hawk Wind. Second at number 2 for Leisure. Third, you got a 3-way tie with Broncos, Colin J, and Go Bucks, all at 105 points. So I'm still 40 points back, but you got to take it week by week, try and gain 5-6 points a week. Maybe have one week where you go dominant, maybe a 20-pointer, and then gain big. And then the week 6 results, those winners, you got Go Bucks in 4th place for 19, El Nino and Colin J with 20, and then White Phil Ivy with 23 points. So congrats
Awesome.
to the weekly winners.
Yes, congratulations to our weekly
And then,
winners, guys.
And then in reference to college this week, you have a couple big matchups. Let me scroll down. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you got 4 games with 2 teams ranked in the top 25, and then one matchup, Oregon at number 7, Washington is your marquee matchup. That's where game day is. And then really
I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you for 1 second. Oregon or Oregon? Come on. I heard Oregon. It's Oregon.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's an East Coast. I guess you're originally from Philly, but Oregon, Oregon,
or Nevada.
Yeah.
But go on, Sam. I just need to stop you there. Go on.
That's all right. It's actually pretty interesting because now you'll have an opportunity to see 2 of your Heisman favorites in marquee.
Real good game.
It's going to be a great game.
Primetime action. So right now, when it comes to that, you have Michael Penix Jr., who is technically favorite over Caleb Williams. Personally, I think Caleb should be favored just by looking at his stats versus Michael Penix stats. He's got 200 more yards, but Caleb Williams has 6 more passing touchdowns and 6 rushing touchdowns, where Penix doesn't have any rushing touchdowns, but their team is slightly better than USC. So 2 big matchups. Notre Dame has personally fucked me 2 out of the last 3 weeks. So I'm almost thinking of betting against them, but then, USC is going to win at home. They are 2.5-point favorites against USC. It took 4 overtimes last week, or I think it was 3 overtimes for them to win last week. So I guess we'll see. But that Oregon-Washington matchup is definitely going to be the highlight of this week. So good opportunities for some great gambling and good game watching.
Yes, definitely. Donnie, how was your college last week? What are you looking forward to this weekend? What do you got?
Yeah, enjoyed watching last week again. Outside of my Miami Hurricanes, with one of the bigger gaffes you will ever find, as they ended up losing when they just had to take a knee, ended up fumbling, which he was down. They didn't overturn it, and away they went Georgia Tech with a touchdown there. But I'm looking forward to this week's games. USC Notre Dame, depending on how the weather is, that's 60.5 total. They should easily go over it. Notre Dame hasn't been a great offensive team, but it seems like everybody can score on USC. And also Sammy is right, and Caleb Williams is sensational. 22 touchdown passes, 1 interception on the season. He needs every bit of it to try to hold that defense up. But I'm all eyes on the prize out in the Pac-12. Washington and Oregon. Bo Nix versus Michael Penix Jr. is going to be unbelievable to watch. To me, Oregon is the better football team here, but such a tough environment to play in Husky Stadium. I'm leaning towards Michael Penix and the Washington Huskies to get it done this weekend. And then we start to open up the Big Ten, where you get, Penn States and Ohio States, and you're finally going to get Michigan and Ohio State. Sooner or later, the Big Ten is going to have to start their season, and it's going to take a couple weeks here, but good times across the landscape for sure.
Definitely. And speaking of a lot of action on Saturday, you have a lot of college football action, but Donnie, Sammy, you also do have our poker event. Poker event number 8 coming up this Saturday, October 14th at 8 o'clock. Feel free and shoot me a private message or comment down below my thread, and I'll make sure you get involved. Still plenty of bowler coins to be given out. Still a coveted Tournament of Champion ticket to be given out, where we're giving a lot of bowler coins there at the end of the week's contest. So, Sammy, how is Streak of Fortune looking? Are you still alive this week? Where are we at with that?
Yeah, so Streak of Fortune, I got eliminated on Monday. I think I went with the Dodgers on Monday. Donnie as well eliminated. But hey, we're on Wednesday, and there are 4 participants that are still remaining.
All right.
One of them being our own JDS. And
let's go, JD. Yeah. Let's go. All right.
Good luck, JDS. I haven't seen who he picked on it. Actually, he went with the Dodgers. So JDS
went with
the Dodgers.
The move.
On the
let's
thread.
Go, Dodgers.
All right. And then you got the cash out 1, Headsturks, and DTP Drew. And then, so you still got a few guys. Looks like Headsturks went with the Braves. DP Drew went with SHSU plus 3.5 in college. And then, so that's Sam Houston State. And then we still got one guy still to make the cash out one with Phillies. So you got one with the Phillies, one with the Dodgers, one with the Braves, and one with Sam Houston State. And all 4 of them can win. Again, that's the best part. All you got to do is pick 5 winners in a row, $500, unlimited winners. So good luck to the final 4. Hopefully all 4 of you can cash.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Donnie, how weeks coming up, how is your 7 for week number 6? How's your 7?
Yeah, here's my squads that I've looked. And again, I love the fact that it forces me to lock these games in on a Wednesday, and you can always go back and make the changes. I don't know exactly where I'm going with the actual number structure, like 7 through 1, but here's the teams I've picked out so far. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to take care of the Tennessee Titans. If Baltimore could catch a pass last week, they would have flattened the Steelers. They let them come back in that game. Disastrous loss. They'll be much more focused this week. I expect Baltimore to get the job done. Not impressed with Washington. Last time we saw them on a Thursday night, they got blown out by the Bears. I'm going to trust Atlanta in this spot at home, laying the 2.5 points here. Bijan Robinson and the boys. Ritter finally throws for over 300 yards. I think they're in a pretty good spot. San Francisco here. This line is on the move, getting close to 7 points now, but locking it in here at -4.5 on the pool sheet here. I think they handled their business against Cleveland specifically. If Deshaun Watson doesn't play, hasn't practiced yet this week, San Francisco should be able to roll over. If Deshaun Watson plays, it's a little bit different, but as of now, I'm really digging San Francisco. I'll take the New Orleans Saints, who had a great effort last week against the New England Patriots, to take care of Houston at home. I like what Houston's doing. I just think the better team overall right now is New Orleans. Once they've gotten Alvin Kamara back, the offense looks like it's in gear once again. The Chicago Bears, how about this, getting 2.5 points at home against Minnesota? No Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. We're almost going to get to that are we in sell mode for the Vikings. I'll take the Chicago Bears at home as a slight underdog price. Philadelphia Eagles -6.5 over the Jets. All you got is Zach Wilson's the quarterback, and the offensive line is banged up. That's disaster mode against the Philadelphia Eagles. And then Monday night, going to go against the Cowboys and Sandy's Cowboys. I'll take the 2.5 points with the Chargers at home in that game.
Those are fighting words. Sammy, what do you got in the 7?
Yeah, I'm not touching that game for sure. That's going to be one of those, everyone's going to be chasing their losses on Sunday and loading up on Cowboys. It's going to be one of those square picks. I'm definitely going to find a prop in there. I'm going to have action, but I'm not taking the Cowboys. Right now, I'm looking at 2 of the biggest lines on the week, Buffalo and Miami. I think both of them are sitting at around 14. Miami's at 13.5. No reason to think that those aren't 2 blowout games. The New York Giants are one of the worst teams, arguably top 3 worst teams in the league. Carolina as well. Miami offense, Buffalo offense. Who is stopping them? So both of them should roll. I'm with Donnie on Baltimore against Tennessee. Neutral field, obviously that is a London game, the 9:30 start on Sunday. But yeah, if Baltimore doesn't drop 5 passes, one of them in the end zone, and throw a red zone turnover in the fourth quarter, Baltimore should have rolled that game against Pittsburgh. So definitely the better team. I'm also with Donnie on San Fran on the road against Cleveland. San Fran right now, best team in the league. Who's going to be stopping them? It's, without Deshaun Watson, it definitely won't be Cleveland. Although that front four for Cleveland, should give some pressure to Brock Purdy. But overall, who's going to stop Christian McCaffrey? 14 straight games with a touchdown. I also have penciled in Las Vegas home to New England. New England stinks right now. They've scored 3 points in the last 2 weeks, and they've given up 73 points. I'm not saying the Las Vegas has the high-powered offense, but New England is pretty bad. I think every week there's a new team that's battling for the worst team in the league. And right now, I think New England is that worst team in the league, with Giants a close second. And I also have Indianapolis against the Jaguars. Minshew Mania. He's not slowing down that offense. He's picking up right where Richardson is leaving go. He's going to be out for 4 to 8 weeks. Divisional game. Could easily be a Jags win by a field goal. Jags 2 straight week in London, now coming back to America. Is that going to slow them down at all, or maybe have a slow start for them?
Because of the
I
travel.
do like the Colts to keep it close in that very tight competitive division. But that's who I'm looking at now, rolling into the weekend.
All right. Well, best of luck to you both on that, guys. And if you want a chance to grab some free baller coins, guys, make sure you follow us on social media. Twitter, we are at BMR Reviews, and on Instagram, BMR_review. Before we get out of here, guys, a quick housekeeping note. There will be no lobby show next week. I'm going on another cruise. So I will.
Another cruise.
Another cruise, yes.
Where are you going this time?
I did just come back. Just a 6-day one out of Los Angeles down to Ensenada and Cabo San Lucas.
Awesome. Well, have fun, man. Treat yourself.
I will be around and active on the forum. If you guys need anything, feel free and reach out. But that being said, best of luck on the weekend's action, guys. And we'll see you on the forum.
See ya. Have a good week.
See ya.